You didn't say your name that time.
What? Oh, I didn't say my name?
Yeah, you didn't. I was really confused. You were like, welcome to Destination Detour, my co-host.
Should I introduce you?
Oh, Dawn introduced me. Okay, well. So, okay, we'll do this one more time. Alright. What the fuck? Today's awesome.
He says he can make money scam.
This is Destination Detour, the poetry podcast where we get lost on purpose. My name is Sean King, and my co-host today is...
J.M. Romig.
And our guest today is Dawn Shimp. We're going to go talking to her about some of her poetry and things that are going on in the poetry community. How are you doing today?
I'm great, thank you very much.
You sent me a couple different poems. Which one do you think you wanted to read for us today?
Oh, I don't care. I don't know. How about the Villanelle?
Okay. I'll bring that up on the screen here.
On to the center.
Alright, cool. We got it on the screen. You can go ahead and read it, and then we'll just talk about whatever.
Which one?
The Villanelle for Nebraska.
Alright, sounds good. Alright.
Okay. Are you ready? Okay.
Yep.
Villanelle for Dabrowski. Break every fragile thing you love. Your own spine. Force it down until it fails like a weak beam. Roll on the edge of water with the waves, but if they lull you, swallow them, then move to someplace drier, someplace colder, someplace mean enough to shatter every fragile thing you love to hold. Your mother's pottery, the crystal she gave you when you married. Attachment is obscene, and clinging's worse. Roll in the water. You can't grasp the waves. Keep smashing every precious thing you have. Glass bottles that have followed you since 3. Your heart. Break every fragile thing that loves you. You can't protect them if you need to. Take their shards and slash your weak spots till you bleed. Roll in your own blood, gushing like a wave. Vomit what you crave. Disintegrate till you're too small to see. Rolling on the edge of water, waves breaking, creaking every fragile thing you love.
Oh, that's a very intense piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the poem quite a bit. I'm gonna close my door here so that people don't come barging in a second. But
I like a lot of the internal rhyme in this piece. It's really good.
Thank you.
I like how you do this in the two of these poems, like where you have a lot of I don't know if this was because of Facebook or if this was on purpose. I was going to ask you this too. Where like you have a long line and then a really short line and then a long line and then a really short line, so the lineation.
I suspect that they have just done the way they broke on Facebook.
Okay.
One in particular, being a Villanelle, it's all 3-line stanzas with the kind of repetition. Although it's not a traditional Villanelle at all. Normally it would be much stricter repeats, but they should all be in the 3-line stanzas, and each line is around the same length. I mean, there's some variation, of course. But,
That's what I was wondering. Because I was
probably didn't come through that way. It probably came through kind of messy because of Facebook being a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah, Facebook doesn't format anything, right? Yeah, that's just what I was wondering about.
Facebook hates poets.
Yeah.
It does, right?
It's not a fan of us.
I wrote as a challenge with friends. We kind of, I don't normally write in form, and like I said, this is a loose attempt at form anyway, but we will sometimes, when I'm kind of feeling in a rut or something, be like, hey, let's all write a Villanelle, or something idiotic like that. So that's how I came to write a Villanelle.
Sometimes using form is fun. Like I one time just randomly wrote what the heck did I write? My brain just shut off. I wrote a sonnet about my wiener dog once. That's right.
You really want to kill yourself in a psychological sort of way attempt to Sestina. Those are really challenging.
Yeah.
My friends actually created a spreadsheet for Sestina writing for.
Wow.
That's actually. I wish my window would close, but there's a fan stuck in it. So I'm getting every car in the city of Erie driving by my house right now.
Oh, I hate when that happens. It's always when we're recording. Alright, this line right here, I love this. Break every fragile thing that loves you. Really dig that line.
Thank you. Yeah, I originally, when I hit the line was just, like a line will occur to you, and you're like, I need to write that poem someday, but you never really have what follows it. And it wasn't until I was trying to force myself to write the spell and out that is the first line, and it ended up, the necessary repetition kind of enabled me, or I guess better forced me to take a approach that from different angles, because I had to keep saying the same thing. And that's where I kind of got to the, break every special thing you love, break every special thing that loves you, just,
Yeah.
This makes more sense.
Yeah, it makes more sense with the 3 lines, agree. I agree.
Quick read for
I feel like that's an email address and email to you guys or something that probably would have looked much tidier.
I forgot to. Yeah, we didn't think about it yesterday. This worked out. But.
Yeah, we do have an email.
You're doing 1,000% better than everyone else so far.
Yeah. Oh no, I like some of the guests we've had on, and a couple ones that are coming up are gonna be pretty cool too. Like commenting on your having a line in your head and you can't really figure out where it goes. I kind of had that problem a few months ago. I was driving home from work, and I got this line stuck in my head. This this poem is pubic hair caught in my throat. And I haven't been able to do much at all with it. Like every time I try to put it in something, it doesn't quite work. That's a really good line.
Yeah, sometimes those lines, it'll be a year or so, and then all of a sudden it'll be like, whoa, it'll just come out. And I think that at least the way it seems to me that it works is that your brain is working on that particular problem. You're just not doing it consciously, and so then you just write it, and all of a sudden it's like, there it is.
Were either of you at the, there was a guy that came to the Poets Hall that he wrote one-line poems. He read 50 one-line poems. It was really weird.
No, I wasn't there for that. It sounds cool.
Yeah, some of them were really cool, but I was like, maybe that's just a one-line poem. Eventually, you're just gonna be like, oh, that's by itself.
Yeah. I always find too that I'm really good at coming up with an awesome title and then trying to write the poem. The poem does not even remotely live up to the title, so I sometimes think maybe I should combine all of those titles and either group them together and then they are the poem, or maybe individually they're just a poem, but they're usually pretty long.
Well, that happens. Me and Josh do these collaborative things sometimes, and we're finding out he's way better at writing first lines for poems than I am, and he's better at writing last lines for poems than me. And half the time I end up writing the bulk of some of the middle, and then sometimes I end up relineating it. It's just really weird what we're both good at. So we're doing different things.
Oh, it's really fun. We've done a couple videos of us collaborating, and it's just a mess.
Yeah, that's a. That's fun.
If you guys need a title, you let me know. I'm good at titles.
Okay, we could just work this out just giant book and call it Poetry 3-Way.
Yeah, I mean, that's what one of these days I want to get a bunch of people on Google Hangouts, and we have the program open with the Word file, and just have the mess of people just writing things, fixing things, editing things, and just making a giant group poem.
Oh, that'd be cool. That's an awesome idea.
Yeah, we gotta get enough people to do it, but I want at least 3 to 5 people working on it and plugging away at this epic group poem. It would probably be in we're thinking about doing a bunch of collaborations and then making a chapbook.
Yeah, it's been inactive for a while, but I've been trying to open it back up for October, so I can always ask on there if there are people who might be interested. It's kind of more interesting if it's not people right out really, but people from all over the place who might otherwise not necessarily interact with one another's poetry. I kind of find that to be a cool thing.
Yeah, that would be people you don't people you don't see all the time, because there's just gonna be a bunch of inside jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of cool to have different influences.
Indeed.
Yeah, especially the different life experiences in general. Yeah, completely. Did you want to read another one?
I'm willing to read another one.
Okay, which one did you want to do?
Let's do ellipsis for. Well, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. That one's just kind of sometimes feels long. Let's do the other one when I told you to fuck off when you said it.
Okay.
You're sure you don't mind me swearing, right?
I don't give a shit.
Yep, we're ready.
Okay. Why I told you to fuck off when you said I was needy? Because I know my happiness is not your responsibility, but mine and mine alone. And mine alone is how I like to keep my thing, and how I like to keep you. And maybe that is needy, but I never had a thing like you before, and I wanted to keep it. Because I thought you said once that you thought you would like it if I was needier. Because I think you thought you wanted to take care of me, and we can't have that now, can we? Because everyone always does, but now I don't think I need a thing. Because even though I don't like it that people find me cold, I like it that people find me cold. Because of you, I now write poems I can't read because they sound needy. And that has never happened before, and I don't believe I needed it to. Because right now, I need to eat something, and that feels like sin. To need to eat. Because you're wrong. I don't believe in sin. I do the best I can. And the best that I could do was keep eyes wide while fucking you. Say, I love you. Then, damn it.
Like, once again, the poems you sent, they're all really intense. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like some of the repetitive like the because in line if I now write poems I can't read, that line. I like so a lot of that is interesting because your performance is what makes that make sense. You know?
Yeah, that is one that it probably is not as effective on the page with a certain amount of angst that has to come through in the voice, otherwise it could sound a little bit insipid, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it works well enough on the page. I just think that like when because I was reading along as you were reciting it, and it just hits a lot harder in performance. Like a lot of that, the because I don't know how to read that until you start saying it, you know. And now I can't hear it any other way.
Yeah. Cool.
Your voice really drives your poems home. I think you have a really solid voice, especially since.
Thank you. I've been told pretty recently I was so terrified of reading in public, and I'm gradually, I'm still nervous about it, but I kind of have been able to put more, like, I guess, authority or whatever into my voice, and I think that does help to, communicate, because, like you said, a lot of my stuff is kind of intense, and it has to be said with a certain amount of authority to be believable, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Get it.
Well, I think I've noticed, like between male and female readers, like a lot of times the guys will be more like their voice will be more booming and forceful, but then they have a hard time inflecting correctly. And then you'll get female readers who like have all the emotion and stuff in their voice, but like they don't. It's not powerful enough that like you feel it. You know what I mean? So like I think you do a good job of going back and forth between the two.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's good to know. I know I definitely. I mean, my voice is relatively low to begin with, but when I read, I find that I like drop it way down into like the bottom of my register, and it makes it kind of. I feel like it feels more powerful reading it. I don't know if it comes across that way, but I feel more powerful doing it if I read it that way. So hopefully it comes across to some extent.
No, I think it comes across really well. I've only seen you read. I think I've seen you read once or twice at the hall during an open mic.
I'm trying to remember if I have or not. I don't.
What was that?
I'm trying to remember if I've seen her read at all, but.
You're better or worse reader, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I've never read drunk. I don't know how that would go.
I have. My first feature at Poet Hall, I was like a little bit jittery, so I had myself a couple drinks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, was that a question I didn't hear?
Oh yeah, I think you talked about reading him. He said his first or his second feature, he had a couple drinks before he read. So.
It can help. It can help or hinder. It can go either way. You're kind of taking a chance.
I guess because of the point where you were slurring words, that would be bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope I've never done that.
Not when I saw you read it.
Okay, good.
Do you have anything you want to promote? I guess that's the question.
I really don't. I haven't been doing a lot of reading since I haven't been writing. I told you about the Poem a Day group. I haven't really written much of anything since last of mine way too many times, so I don't actually have much of anything to promote unless the people who'd like to be in there, who'd like to join in on the Poem a Day group on the Facebook, you know, find me on Facebook and I'll add you in. It's a closed group, so we don't have, you know, the general public reading, but anybody who's interested in poetry and feels that they could benefit from that kind of a format is more than welcome. There's no requirements, like there's no, you know, poetry Nazi or, you know, jailer or anything making you do it. It's just kind of, you know, you can use it however you want. If you like posting everything you write, you can, or you can just post the things you wrote or whatever. So there's been times when it's been pretty active and it's really kind of supportive and fun. So anybody who wants to do that, just let me know.
If you want to add me to that, that'd be cool.
Oh, I don't know which of you said that.
That was Sean. Sorry.
Okay, absolutely.
All right.
All right.
Well, this has been Destination Detour. I'm J.M. Rummig.
Sean King, and our guest today was Dawn Shimp.
All right.
Thanks for having me. It was very fun.
Oh, this is fun.